Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. And if I were to ask you, what is the number one area of opportunity for a new trader that is just getting started? What would that be? Do you think that it would be entry points? Do you think that that would be selling too early, locking in profits? And I think that a majority of us can agree. And if you do, be sure to drop a thumbs up. But I think the single most area of improvement for someone that is just getting started is risk management. How many of you are sometimes just put in a pickle where you struggle to cut losses? I think all of us, right? If you've ever traded in the stock market, especially as you're just getting started, we begin to trade because we want to make money, because we want to grow our account. So naturally, it's almost like it doesn't make sense on why we're going to be cutting losses. And this is why I think so many people backhold. I wanted to share this very simple idea. I was trading live with the Learn Plan Profit group this morning, and please just take it as an idea. I really think, and I really do think that this idea and this concept can be something that can get you one step closer to becoming part of the 5% that doesn't just drain their account. So let me go ahead and just get right to it. So I think that because we're always so micro-focused on making a profit, we don't worry enough and we don't set ourselves up for success when it comes down to the general idea of risk management. So what is one simple thing that everyone can do to get one step closer? Just imagine this, whatever brokerage it is that you have. So I personally use the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. And you guys, that was not that. There we go. That's pretty much this platform right here. We have people that use Robinhood. We have people that use Webull. We have people that use brokerages outside of the United States, right? Quick little P&L on the day, right? One of the things that I wish we could integrate within these platforms, just think about this. And if you think that this would be a great idea, just think about this. Especially due to market volatility these past 3 days. We can all agree that it's been absolutely crazy, right? Just think about the idea of you being able to set a standard stop loss, meaning that it automatically cuts losses. This is just an idea at 1%. 1%, it could be more than 1%, it could be less than 1%, depending on how aggressive you want to approach the market. But just imagine that you don't even have to set a stop loss, that within your settings, within your brokerage account, that you can set this automatic stop loss. What will this is, I think two things will happen with this. I think people naturally will still not be okay with cutting losses, right? So they'll still enter positions right away. And as time goes on, they're going to notice, right? Just think about your trading the past week. They're going to notice that they keep getting stop lossed out. Just imagine this. Every single time that you enter a position at 1% from your entry point, you get stop lossed out. You get stop lossed out. You get stop lossed out. Over time, you're not draining your account, but you're slowly taking away 1% of whatever the overall account balance is or whatever the overall position size is. But just imagine, over time, you're going to pick up on this pattern. And you're either going to, give up, right? Which is a majority of what people do. Or you're going to understand that, hey, I keep getting stop lossed out at 1%. Why is this happening? Maybe because you're getting in too early. Maybe you're not waiting for confirmation. Maybe you're trading descending patterns. So all it's going to do, it's going to have you refine and adjust the way that you approach the market, the way that you approach, when you enter a position. How many of you struggle sometimes to be a little patient? I think that we can all agree. I mean, I'm okay with admitting that, right? So how many of you sometimes struggle with waiting for confirmation and waiting for higher highs when the action is actually happening? But just think about this. How can you get away from the idea of getting stop lossed right away from that 1%? If your brokerage account were to have that automatic stop loss at 1%, that would only empower you to be that much more selective, to enter a position only when it's actually showing signs of growth. But think about this. To my understanding, there's no brokerage that automatically offers a general stop loss. So what is one simple thing that you can begin to do? And again, it's really up to you, right? If you were to think about it as, you were to be working for someone, that you're trading, right? You're trading it within your own account, but that you are working for someone, right? And that it is a rule within your job that you have to set a stop loss. The reason that I think so many people overlook this is one of two things. They're just so focused on making a profit, or because it's so, like, you can literally do whatever it is that you want. And because of that freedom, it just doesn't empower people to stay disciplined in managing the risk. But just think about it as a job requirement. Just like you're there to show up on time every single day, you are to set a 1% stop loss every single day. And think about this. This is really a commitment that everyone watching this can do. You clicked on this video so you can click on that stop loss and do the math before you enter your position and set your stop loss at 1%. Trust me, I know that losses suck, but one of the things that I want to touch on is that losses are inevitable. So with that being said, this was just a very simple idea that we've talked about multiple times before, but I just thought it would have been so cool if a brokerage account would be able to integrate an automatic 1% stop loss. Because I think that, yeah, we can talk about stop losses all we want, but at the end of the day, if you think about it, that you have no other, kind of like the PDT rule, if you don't have any other options, but you're restricted to only 3-day trades, that's going to automatically empower you to be more selective with those 3 trades, because you're given 3 opportunities within a 5 business day period. So think about it this way as well. Think about it if your brokerage account were to restrict you, that you could only lose 1% every single time you take a position. And now, again, I'm leaving you with this. If you've been someone, and this is where you have to do a self-examination on yourself and your trading, if you've been someone that's just been draining their account, if you're still struggling with managing your risk, just think about this. It literally requires one extra step. That's all. Before you enter your position, you calculate based off of your original position size, what is 1% below your initial position size, and where do you need to set your stop loss? Literally just one simple step. It'll take 1 minute, if that. And ask yourself how you're feeling right now with the market volatility. Have you been doing like you've been wanting to? And if not, then maybe this might be a concept. Again, 1% is just an idea. It really doesn't matter. People might want to set a 2 or 5% stop loss. Other people might want to set a 0.5% stop loss. The 1% is just an idea. I wanted to share this. I thought it was an idea worth sharing for a lot of people that might be struggling with the overall market condition this week. I think that we can all agree that the market volatility hasn't been playing in all of our favors, right? I've been struggling to hit my goal every single day this entire week. But it doesn't mean that it's impossible. It just means that we have to be a little bit more selective. So I just wanted to pretty much share, right, what it is that we talked about today within the Learn, Plan, Profit live stream, and to see that even hopefully just for one person, it can spark an idea and guide you in the right direction. Again, it's structure, discipline, and the overall idea of being consistent with how it is that you approach the stock market that will ultimately lead to your success. It's not about getting there right away, but it's making sure that the best practices that you begin to implement slowly but surely get you one step closer to becoming a consistently profitable trader. So thank you guys again for everything it is that you guys do. If you guys enjoyed this overall idea, we really hope that we earned your thumbs up. If you guys have any questions about getting started or staying connected, be sure to click that first link down below. That's our free Facebook group. We have over 226,000 members all over the world, and we'd love to stay connected. If you guys want the ability to watch me trade live every single day, that's that second link below. Appreciate your guys' time. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it